As you've seen my previous area of compound shapes, this is just one video solely on understanding compound shapes. This is because people often ask, well, is there only one way of doing it, of solving these kinds of questions? Well, the answer is no. And the reason why I've got 4 shapes all with the same measurements is because there's 4 ways of solving it. So we'll go straight to the first one. So we would go, maybe the first one, some people would do that. Okay, a basic split. In which case, we're going to have 7 times 15. Which equals 105 centimetres. And then this will be 5 times 4 equals 20. So we'd add them up as we normally do, plus 20. So our answer is 125 centimetres squared. Remember, it's squared because it's a 2D shape. So the question is, I would have done it a different way. So, okay, if in doubt, try it out. So we could do it this way. Sorry, my line's not very straight. So we would go 7 times 11, which is 77. And then we would do 12 times 4. And this might be the way that you automatically did it. This first way is just how I would split it up. So that's 48 centimetres. Let's just check. 77 plus 48 equals 125 centimetres squared. Okay, so now let's think of another way. What is another way that we could split it? We could do 3 ways. I mean, these are, if your brain thinks like this, there's obviously an extra step to it, but we all think differently. So this is going to be 7 times 11, which is 77 centimetres. Then this little section here is going to be 7 times 4. That's 7 across times 4, which is 28 centimetres. And then finally, we've got 5 times 7, which we know is 35. So add it all up, 77 plus 28 plus 35 is again 125 centimetres squared. You see? So far we've got 3 different ways to do it. Okay? As I said, it's how your brain thinks. And then the final one, what I did do on this one, I mean, maybe somebody doesn't use this, but I thought I'd do it. I made it into a 4 rectangle. So what I did is, first of all, I did this bit here. "12 times 15. I did this bit here. And 12 times 15 is 180. Okay. Now we know by looking at this, 180 centimetres is way off. It should be 125. So what I did was, I did 11 times 5, which equals 55. And I subtracted 180 minus 55 equals 125 centimetre squared. Now this way is dipping your toes into kind of questions where they say find the missing area, or there's find the shaded shape, where if this was shaded, find it. You know, there's all sort of different ways that these kinds of questions come up in the reverse because we've subtracted. So yeah, that's 4 different ways. If you can think of another one, please let me know, because that's all I could think of. But as I said, this is my way of thinking, possibly that way, but I always would go to a pretty decent split first. Okay, thanks for listening, and check out my understanding of compound shapes, the basic stuff. Okay, bye.